This is definitely big news. The lead of EPA states that he wants to take away pretty much the emissions for all vehicles, including heavy duty, which is commercial vehicles, since 2009. That means 16 years of emissions. Let's get into today's video.
Here's the thing. The Supreme Court ruled in Loper Bright and overturned the Chevron doctrine in West Virginia versus EPA, Michigan versus EPA, and other cases that an agency like EPA can't just decide on our own, that we are going to get creative with law, and where there's a vacuum and missing language, we're just going to make it up ourselves. We're not going to ignore the major policy doctrine. We're not going to go along with applying extreme economic pain on Americans who can least afford it.
If finalized, today's announcement would amount to the largest deregulatory action in the history of the United States. We want to hear from the American public to finalize a regulation that not only proposes to rescind the endangerment finding, but all greenhouse gas emissions that followed on light, medium, and heavy-duty vehicles. It is important for us to understand that what the EPA did was many mental leaps in trying to creatively interpret Section 202 of the Clean Air Act. And for the first time ever, the EPA, in an effort to combat global climate change, end up deciding to reach this endangerment finding and then put forward trillions of dollars of regulations that hit mobile sources, stationary sources, airplanes. President Trump, he called me about a week ago to talk about tailpipe emissions. He was talking about the American auto industry. He was talking about American auto companies wanting us to do our part, to apply that common sense, to be cognizant of what that Trump mandate means. But we also have been focusing on the little things, because not just doing big things is what the American public demands of us, but also doing the small things to fix everything.
The big news update is that the leader of the EPA says EPA moves to eliminate all greenhouse gas rules. So that's greenhouse gas rules, that's GHG. The EPA wants to revoke 2009 endangerment finding, which is the legal foundation for all GHG regulation. If successful, this will definitely wipe out all emission rules for trucks, cars, and engines and factories for the last 16 to 18 years. Believe it or not, American Trucker Association actually backs this move as well, calling it a win against burdensome regulations. The big impact is trucking fleets could see fewer restrictions on emissions and lower compliance costs. Administrator Lee Zeldin says that ending the rule could remove over $1 trillion in hidden costs from businesses and consumers. Says it will bring clarity and relief to automakers and truckers after 16 years of legal uncertainty. Now, of course, the deal isn't done yet. This change must go through complex rulemaking processes, and is, of course, going to be a major court battle between the EPA and CARB, which is California. Now, the biggest part about all this is that if finalized, that would mean that emission rules on new trucks could vanish and could shift the entire fleet vehicle and part market in the US. So just think about that. For the last 16 years, all the stuff that they've been doing, trying to go green, goes out the window. Extremely big news here, right? Lead of EPA, Lee Zeldin, states that he wants to take away the 2009 basically requirements that the Biden administration and the Obama administration have put together. This is definitely big news. The lead of EPA states that he wants to take away pretty much the emissions for all vehicles, including heavy duty, which is commercial vehicles, since 2009. That means 16 years of emissions. All right, so we're here. We're just trying to show love to a mom and pop truck stop. What's your name, sir?
Dan Carroll.
You know, Dan, how long you been driving a truck for now, sir?
63 years.
Wait up, 63 years?
I'm 80 years old, dude.
I thought you were like 27. No? No?
I started when I was 14 years old off the farm.
Is that right, sir?
Yeah.
Well, can I shake your hand? I really appreciate you for everything.
Wisconsin chauffeur license at 14 years old, hauling cattle to Chicago at night.
Ain't that something? You know, what's your CB handle? So all the old school drivers.
Flying Dago.
Oh, I like that. I was just out at Ron Brubaker, and he said his CB handle was Scout.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you knew Scout.
No. But I used to show at all the truck shows back years ago when I was working for Landstar.
Yes, sir.
And we had a lot of fun, but it's just nothing's the same no more.
I understand, sir. So tell me about this place that's still doing free parking, trying to get some decent food, some gizzards and all that fun stuff. Tell me about what you think about this place and why you stop at this truck stop still.
Well, because I run out of Wisconsin down to Centerville, Iowa.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so from here, from Wisconsin to here, you have a petrol at Rochelle, and you have some on Interstate 80 at I-80 truck stop. But once you get to Iowa City and go down 218 to 34 and across, there ain't nothing.
Ain't nothing?
This is the only thing here.
The only thing that's still real, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I
they
appreciate
they got
that.
parking here. They got fuel here. They got a couple other places over there, but everything's fast food stuff anymore.
So here you can still sit down, eat a little bit.
You can sit down and eat here, but it's still fast food now.
Yes, sir.
They got rid of the restaurant,
Yes, sir.
which everybody's doing that. But the food's decent here.
There we go.
But you can stay here overnight, and I get up in the morning, go down there and unload, come back, and I usually stop and get fuel. But there ain't nothing by the time you get to 80, then you got truck stops again.
Yes, sir.
But
yes,
you
sir.
don't got nothing from here to there to Point Bay.
So this, if you're in Ainsworth, Iowa area or Iowa City area, stop right here, huh?
Yeah, that's the only place to stop at.
Yeah, I heard that.
Because people are nice here. He did a heck of a job when he remodeled this stuff inside. And I come in here a lot of time when the fuel desk used to be right here in the corner right here.
That's lovely. I got to hook you up, sir. This is from the owners. This is not from me. This is from the owners.
Okay.
And I love you, sir. Thank you for what you do.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Yeah. Yes,
if
sir.
my daughter's got anything right in the 60-some years I'm driving, I got 12.5 million miles under my belt.
Thank you for allowing me to be in your presence, sir.
And been to every state of the United States.
Yes, sir.
Been to Alaska 3 times already.
Yeah.
Never been to Hawaii yet.
Well, we gotta get we gotta drive there.
If they ever build a bridge, I'm going.
We're going. Yes, sir.